In the cover letter, maksudnya surat iringan ya. When you want to apply a job, you not only include your resume, you also need to have cover letter, surat iringan. So, surat iringan dan kamu kelipkan kamu punya resume. Okay. This is another additional tips yang saya nak share dengan semua ya. Kadang-kadang cover letter ni ada orang termasuk saya lah dulu. Saya klip tahu dengan saya punya resume. Don't do that. I tell you the secret. Jangan buat begitu. Because remember the 100,000 tu? Jangan stapler. Ini ilmu barulah I want to share with you all. Biar dia tidak berstapler, satu helai berasingan. You know why? Because 100,000, remember 100,000 resume, termasuklah cover letter. Untuk majikan tu asingkan, mau buka lagi ni supaya kan. Tapi kalau tidak bisa dia cuma actually majikan dia baca itu surat, okey. Hop dia pun koyak. Yang resume dia ampai di meja untuk dipilih. Jadi bayangkanlah kesukaran membuka itu stapler kuku saya tidak panjang. Nanti rosakkan contohlah. Bayangkan 100,000. So better not to clip ya supaya dia boleh senang asingkan. Jadi you pass the first entrance tu. Begitu. Banyak yang saya sharing ni benda-benda yang praktikal ya, yang tidak ditulis oleh buku. All this come from my observation of career employment. As I said, even though my background is human resource management, but my real expertise on employment. So then that is about cover letter. What actually you want to write in the cover letter? How many paragraphs in cover letter? Ada sesiapa mau cuba guess how many berapa perenggan dalam cover letter? Ada berapa? 10? 20? Anyone?
3, Doktor.
3. Okey, Sadam 3. Ada yang ingin jawab 4, 5 selain daripada Sadam?
4 sir.
4 Frankie ya. Lagi 3, 4. Mungkinkah cuma 2? 2 paragraf.
Doktor, dari 2 maksimum 4.
Okey. Okey, thank you very
Kalau
much.
terlampau banyak maklumat mau bagi bergantung pada job scope lah. Kalau job scope tu lebih kepada technical mungkin sampai ke 4 paragraf. Tapi kalau
Ya,
straightforward
betul.
just 2 enough
Okey.
lah maybe. Thank you.
Okay, alright. The reason why I mentioned 2 or 3 or 4 because most of us, bukan most of you lah, because saya pun pernah melakukan kesilapan itu. Most of us don't know what is paragraph. So paragraph ni ialah perkara di atas dengan hormatnya dirujuk. Satu paragraf. I mean one paragraph already. Ya. Berikut adalah biodata mengenai diri saya secara ringkas. 2 paragraf. Ketiga, saya berharap agar permohonan saya ini dapat diterima. 3 paragraf. Sekian dan terima kasih. Yang first yang kita kena tahu apa itu paragraf. Ya, paragraf. Dia lain dengan artikel, lain dengan menulis yang lain ni. So 3 paragraf here means to, yang pertama ialah of course lah, you start with, I would like to refer to your advertisement on Saturday 27 of June 2022 which was posted in Utusan Borneo. You see, sudah satu. Di mana di first paragraph ini kita sudah politely mention that we get the information from that source. Okay, that source. So second paragraph. I have a degree in human resource management, which I have the capability of begini dan sebagainya. Ini you refer to what actually they need, the expert you are good at, ya. Bla 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 bla. 2 paragraf. Yeah. The third paragraph is I hope my application will receive your good attention. Thank you. Thank you tu bawah lah, tapi dia bukan paragraf sebab thank you saja. Ya, jangan panjang-panjang. Thank you, terima kasih dan saya memandang jauh ke hadapan lah. Sebab jangan banyak guna bombastic word, buang masa. Ya, simple as possible. Ya, hold on ya. Hold on, as simple as possible. Sekejap ya. Okay, so already 10 o'clock kan? Okay. So itulah that is cover letter, 3 paragraph ya. Okay. Solicited and unsolicited. Solicited mean you as employer, you want to advertise your job vacancies. So you produce advertisement, you posted it in any medium or channel of newspaper, for example, or line. You mentioning that your organization is looking for a person who can fill up the position as blah 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 with this requirement and so on. So actually, you are producing solicited job announcement. Unsolicited means you are saying that there is an opportunity. You are inviting anybody to apply for that position. You are not providing detailed particular. So this is the difference between solicited, yeah, and unsolicited. I mentioned about LinkedIn, LinkedIn, okay. So, okay, that is about applying for job. Now we go to the second part, yeah, interviewing successfully. Ini adalah proses yang saya sebut tadi lah, sudah dipilih, you are among the 20, yeah, among the 20. So you are going to attend the interview. So macam mana how are you going to dress yourself? How are you going to prepare yourself? Yeah, so this is the part. So in the interview, actually, when we talk about interview has some types, yeah, 4 types here. Appraisal interview, problem solving interview, exit interview, or counseling interview. Actually, we are talking about job interview lah. But somehow the technique of doing interview ni, employer may use any type of this approach, yeah. So appraisal interview is actually job performance measure. Problem solving, when there is a case, they interview the employee. Exit interview, when the interview want to end up his career or toward the end of the career. Counseling interview, when employees have a problem. This actually a technique, types of interview lah. But I just want to share it with you all so that you are not confusing with job interview. In the interview, they apply these techniques, yeah, service-oriented interview, persuasive interview, survey interview, selection interview. Somehow, when they ask you for job interview, they use this technique. So meaning to say you should have as many information as possible to prepare yourself if they want to interview you based on this technique. Yeah, I'm not going to be detailed on this. I just want to share technique, and then this one, know yourself lah. Know yourself, because if you don't apply the right job for you, you already fail your interview. Yeah. Others is as written in the slide. Okay, preparation. Last time saya tanya student saya, apakah 3 jenis minyak yang tidak boleh dibawa ke interview? Yang pertama ialah minyak kapak atau minyak angin. Bayangkan bau minyak kapak itu yang sangat kuat. Jadi akan mengganggu suasana pemikiran orang yang interview. Minyak kapak, minyak angin. Yang kedua ialah minyak yang murah. Minyak wangi yang murah. Minyak wangi yang murah ni, cheap perfume, dia punya power tu sangat strong. Minta maaf, bukan saya cakap you orang ni suka beli minyak wangi yang murah. Tetapi dia punya kesan itu, bilik berekon tu kan, pening yang orang employer tu, yang interview. Dan ketiga ialah jual minyak. Jangan temberang lah. Make sure when the employer ask you, you answer secara tepat dan jujur. Begitu. Jangan merapu, jangan jual minyak. So ingat 3 minyak, minyak kapak, minyak murah, dan jual minyak. Ini tambahan tips ya.
Minyak pemanis okey.
Itu tidak boleh. Minyak pemanis itu lain tuh. Minyak pemanis itu silap hari bulan cuma 3 hari saya kamu bekerja. Sebab dia salah langkah kan. Sebab dia punya syarat tu mesti langkah 3 kali, ketuk dulu pintu, tiba-tiba lupa. Jadi 3 hari saya bekerja tuh. Maksudnya di sini janganlah gunakan minyak-minyak yang luar biasa ya. Okey, pemanis lah tuh. Alright. Kita bergurau kan kita bergurau, tapi dalam gurauan tu mempunyai makna yang mendalam. Okay, open-ended question, close-ended question, hypothetical question, probing question. This is other techniques of how employers will ask you a question. Open-ended question, contohnya begini. Apakah pendapat anda tentang keadaan ekonomi semasa? Close-ended question ialah, adakah anda percaya bahawa pentadbiran kerajaan sekarang akan memastikan ekonomi kita kekal? Yes or no? Itu close-ended question. Hypothetical question pula ialah, bayangkan anda diberi 1 juta ringgit sebagai peruntukan jawatan yang anda apply. Apakah benda yang akan anda lakukan? Itu hypothetical question. Probing question, kamu rasa-rasa apa yang berlaku ni disebabkan oleh ini ataupun bagaimana? Boleh jelaskan? Itu probing question. So these are all the techniques used by employers.